Hey, what is going on everyone? Welcome back to another Clash Royale video. And in today's video, we are going to be taking another look at the 2v2 sudden death mode challenge. Now, for those of you who would have tuned in for the guide that I made before, you'll notice that some of the battles that are going on in today's video are actually going to be the same. Now, the reason why I brought back some of the same videos from before is because that I just really thought that some of you would be interested in what went on, and to be honest, I had a lot of interesting fights. And if you take a look at the deck that I'm using down below, it is a 3.0 Hog Cycle deck. Now, this is not a 1v1 deck, guys. I kind of tried it out a little bit. I mean, I could test it a little bit more maybe, but it is definitely a fun 2v2 deck. So you have the Ice Spirit, the Dart Goblin and stuff for easy chip damage, as well as the Miner, the Hog Rider for pressure, Night Tornado, Log, and the Executioner there. They are just for your solid defense overall. Trust me guys, it just cycles so fast. And the Dart Goblin, trust me, Dart Goblin and Miner are MVPs in this thing. Trust me. I mean, we all know Tornado and Executioner do a great job, but trust me, most of your damage is gonna come from the Dart Goblin and the Miner damage. Now, the reason why I did not include the Hog is actually there just to pressure your opponents to make a few mistakes and just make some positive elixir trades by baiting out maybe buildings such as the Bomb Tower like you would have seen there, and maybe even Inferno Towers or anything like that. Once it's more expensive, you can bait it out and just use your Tornado Executioner to just clean up those really strong pushes for some good trades. Now, you're watching the screen right now and you're probably wondering, hey, he did not say anything about the new overlay, right? So, my friend Rhine, he's my thumbnail artist and he's been helping me out a lot, guys. So let's just give Rhine some thanks here. He's been a great friend to me and he's been helping me out so much with all these beautiful thumbnails that he's been making all this time. And he made this for me in honor of just, I don't know. Recently, Clash with Ash had a event really going on where he is offering to help promote some of the smaller YouTubers in the Clash community, and I managed to make the cut. So if you check his video descriptions from now on, you will notice that he includes the links and channel names of some promising YouTubers, and I just managed to make the cut. So for that, I was just really happy. Trust me, this happened like last night and you would not believe how much excitement it caused for me. Pay attention to this tornado play here. I knew I should not have dropped the gang, and look at this. They threw a predictive log there, so that went to waste, and I woke up the king there and saved their butts. So we have a monster push going here. Anyways, forget that. So Ash included me in the list there, and man, I am super grateful for that. For any of you out there who are new to the channel, let me just say welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy what I am doing here. Basically, my content, it is going to be a mixture really of strategy, some fun, and some just funny moments, I guess. It's a mix of every little bit of things that you might have seen from separate YouTube channels. Now, the reason why I don't specify in certain categories much is because I can't. I like this general mix, and it's just fun for me. So yeah, Ryan, he told me the other day that, you know what, I want to help out some more people out there. So he told me that he would be willing to help some of the smaller YouTubers out there, or basically any of you who are just starting off your channels. If you need a logo and a channel banner, I guess, he's willing to do that for absolutely free. Yes, you heard me correctly there, folks. Absolutely free. And if you take a look at the thumbnails, this overlay, my new channel logo, hope you guys are liking that as well, and the channel banner that I've had up for a little while now, he made all of those for me, and I must say they are just absolutely beautiful. Don't you guys agree? So if you would like something like that for your own channel where the logos and banners are concerned, I will leave a link to his Facebook contact, and you can just message him whenever you can, and he will do his best to just hook you up with it. So yeah, just message him on Facebook there and you can discuss details with him. So yeah, look at this here. We have double miners going at the tower there. I think my teammate there had the one on the golem there, which was kind of bad for us there. Otherwise, we would have gotten a lot more chip damage. And look at this. We have a really solid golem push coming at us here. And we have a balloon push on the other side as well. So yeah, we're gonna clean up that fairly well there with the Lumberjack, Tornado, Executioner, and Baby Dragon. And look at this, they're healing the bowler there. Now at first the heal is doing pretty well against the Inferno Dragons, just roasting the bowler down there, but you would have noticed there eventually the roast got so hard the Inferno Dragon actually burned through it all. So yeah, Inferno Dragon, not a bad choice overall. In fact, after his recent buff, I think it's a he. Is it a he? Do you guys know if it's a he? I don't know. Let's just roll with an it. Okay, so after the Inferno Dragon got its buff, it began to see some better usage rates and stuff, and it's been really killing it out there lately. Inferno Dragon just super strong. And look at this. Our opponents here have 3 muskets here, and I'm kind of worried again because we all know what's coming with that 3 muskets there. It's gonna be the heal spell. So I was kind of prepared for it this time. So we dropped the knight there and stuff to buy some time there and keep the tower just damaging them. And look at this, my teammate, he kind of panics. I guess he did not read the scene properly. And yeah, so the 3 muskets there go down, and he wastes the poison as well. Now their tower is pretty down low, and look at this, we just need to clean up on defense here and send like 1 more miner, I think, and that'll be game. And my opponents here, they're just trying their best. They arrow everything down except the princess. If I was them, I would have arrowed the princess and left the dart goblin instead. And look at this, I waste the hog. Yeah, horrible hog play. I was just trying to stall. I wanted the princess to remain alive for as long as she could to just keep things going. And look at this, we just stall and stall, and the poison finally kicks in, and that tower is gonna go down. So our opponents, they're really mad. Now guys, if you all are enjoying the content and stuff that I'm making, for those of you who would have been around a little bit longer, do let me know what you think about all these changes that I've been making recently. I'm really eager to hear what you all have to say, and it's just so nice that some of you out there are just always present. Like, I've seen a few people just always in the comments early, you know who you are, and it's just really nice to see a little small notification squad forming and stuff. So for that, guys, you just make my day anytime that I upload and I manage to see some of you out there pretty early. So yeah, look at this now. I am fighting with another graveyard user there, and we are just trying our best to pull the balloon away. We do manage to get through that, and look at this, I'm not gonna let the executioner go to waste. I have to tornado something across. Now the enemy's executioner there does live and get a swing on the tower there, but hey, we can live with that. And as soon as that push goes down there, we are going to be pressuring yet again. And look at this, they do a sacrificial hog there just to try to distract the dart goblin. But look at this, not giving a care in the world, that dart goblin turns around and pitches in and helps us on defense, and that hog gets no swings, folks. I repeat, no swings. Now we're just chipping away at that tower once more, and we've got elite bobs coming at us. Well, an elite bob. I was not sure if to tornado that to the tower, so just tornadoed everything else. And please tell me, folks, I am not the only one who noticed that stray log there on the top left corner there. I don't know why. Seriously, was the golem user lagging or something? I really do not know. Even if you had to throw out a log to just cycle, at least throw it against the tower. Because look at this. Just because he threw that log out, he could not stop the graveyard push there. So even though they dropped that executioner there, he was a bit late to the party there. And that's all she wrote, folks. The tower goes down in smoke, and those skeletons are gonna have a spooky party there on the enemy side. Now moving on to this next match, we're gonna actually be playing with a, I think it was a mortar user here. I can't recall correctly here. He does have a rocket, and he does get a lot of value there with that elixir pump there going down. And look at this beautiful log there, we catch everything, and not bad defense. We're still up in damage, up in elixir as well. And look at this, I know my knight was going across onto the other side, so yeah, I was right, it was a mortar user. Yeah, so when you're using certain troops with the mine and stuff, it might be advisable at certain times to use them as a temporary tank for him to get some more damage. Looking at this, what he's doing here, he's setting up shop with a mortar on defense. Defensive mortar, guys, it wrecks, because when you think about it, most pushes have a strong tank and then supporting units behind them. Now the way the mortar works is that it fires at things from a distance. So when you have a strong unit, or any unit really coming into melee range, it is going to ignore it and move on to the next closest target within its reach. So yeah, look at this, they defend with a pump there. No one should do that really, unless it's the last few seconds of the match. Yeah, that is the only time I would really advise using an elixir collector as a defense. So anyways, the mortar, yeah, like I said, it splashes from a distance. So when you have your enemy's tank coming right next to it, really within melee range, it is going to lock onto their support troops and safely take them out from a distance. Isn't that amazing? So it distracts the building targeting units like a hog rider or a giant or lava hound or anything like that, and once it walks, it will splash those troops. Isn't that beautiful, folks? It's a pretty good card overall, and let me just say, it is an annoying one at that too. So the way the mortar works really is that anything within melee range, it will not target it, but if it is out of melee range, it will target it. So what this means is that when you have any sort of a ground tank approaching and it reaches within melee range, it will definitely begin to shoot the support troops once they walk on the ground. So that's just something for you to note, and that is exactly why it is so handy to have around. So the mortar will just be cleaning up all those support troops from afar, and there's nothing your opponents can really do about it. That's why it's so annoying. As well as the fact that it costs 4 elixir, and at level 12 or anything like that on ladder, each connection that it makes is like a nuke, basically, like roughly 300 damage. Isn't that insane, folks? And now guys, we are moving on to our next fight, and my teammate here, he has a sort of hog control deck, so we're gonna roll with that there. He's rushing with the fire spirits, and hog, I'm gonna rush with the miner. And look at this, we both use our tornado there, but thankfully my tornado kicks in just in the last second there of its pull, and it does manage to bring the hog rider to the king towers, and it activates it. So I must say, I walked away with a smile on my face after that, because I was so worried about my partner's poor tornado. I was not sure if we would have gotten that to work out. And look at this, insane damage right off the bat here. That did not even take so long, folks. Now all I know in my mind here is that we just need to secure defense for just a few more seconds really, and we're just gonna send that miner in for the easy chip damage. We do have this balloon however on defense and a graveyard, so not taking any chances, we have to get rid of the balloon very quickly. And look at this, very clean defense. Goblins just killing it on defense there against the graveyard, and now we just need to send the miner in, and that should be game really. So we send the miner and the hog, I think, no, we just send the hog, and look at this here. The hog gets into the range of the tower there, and it just smashes and kills it. So that's gonna be good game, well played. And man, these matches sure went by really quickly, am I right, folks? What was the quickest time you all had? For me, it was roughly 26 seconds, I think, in my best match. And again, what is it with people and these weird decks? Thankfully here, my partner, he tries to help defend. I do, however, get rid of all the goblins from the goblin barrel there with one log. Thankfully, I managed to time that right. Honestly, I do not use log at all. I'm a person who just prefers to use zap overall, and picking up log is a strange thing for me to do. So when I do manage to get log to work out, I'm pretty darn thankful. And now look at this, folks. Our opponents here, they are gonna just be, I don't know, I was just gonna use the tornado there to try to splash everything with the wizard and stuff, but if it was not for that inferno tower, man, we would have gotten a lot more damage dealt. And we are ready to go again with a small rush log just to get rid of the goblins there, and we both log this time. It sort of works out because one of our logs does manage to reach to the bridge and sort of splashes the skeleton army. And look at this, they are panicking once more. They drag the hog back into the poison, but it is not going to be enough to stop it. They waste another ice spirit on a dead hog, and it still gets the shot. Not giving them a second to react, I'm gonna bombard them with another hog. And look at this, they rocket the poor hoggy down, and they put up an inferno tower right up there to just like put up a wall between us there and the tower, and it's basically saying, you shall not pass. But the joke's on them because we have the shovel on our side. It's not magic, folks, it's just a shovel. And look at this, double prediction logs, and we clean up the floor nice and easy with that there, and those skeletons did not even get a chance to do anything. So that is going to be a good game, well played. And now, folks, we are moving on to our next fight. Now we are back on my Mr. Miner account. So for those of you out there who are new to the channel again, I have 3 accounts in the game right now. I technically had 4, but I actually lost one. And look at this, what the heck is my teammate doing? Seriously, dude, what the heck? You're not even using a hog rider or anything. Why the hell would you throw a giant and barbarians at the bridge? Why? I was just cringing so hard because I was actually playing the challenge on this account after 6 o'clock at home. Now, for those of you who knew me long enough now, you will know that I complain about lag a lot, and I was really just trying my best to play at home. So the fact that I was playing home after 6, it was just something really unthinkable here. Because for those of you, like I said before, who would have known me for a long while, you would know that that is just suicide on my part, and I spent gems on it for crying out loud too. I went past the free entry. So yeah, things things worked out pretty interestingly there. Anyways, now our tower here is kind of within a few log range, I guess. Like if they just spam a few logs, they can get it. But we are still trying our best to keep that golem and stuff away on the right lane there. And if you look at the enemy's right tower, we have it down pretty darn low. So there's still hope for us yet, and they dropped the graveyard. Now, I dropped the goblin gang there on the fence, and they should have pre-logged, honestly. Like, what the heck? I guess we were pressuring them so much there with our small counter pushes there that they just decided to drop a golem and stall, but they forgot about the power of the shovel, guys. The power of the shovel. You have just gotta respect the power of the shovel. Am I right, guys? So if any of you in the audience are huge Miner fanatics like myself, do feel free to comment and let me know why exactly you think Miner is your favorite legendary card, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Now, this is gonna be our last match for today's video, and if you notice here, our opponents are dropping a Hog Rider behind a Giant. Now, some of you out there might be wondering, why would you do this? Well, to be fair, it's actually a sort of smart play, because you can keep the Hog Rider on your side a bit longer because the Giant will be blocking its path and just keeping him just from moving as fast as he can normally move. And by doing so, you'll be able to just support them a little bit better because you'll be building up elixir in the meantime while he's still stuck on your side. So yeah, not a bad play overall, and you can consider doing that. So look at this here. We have Battle Ram, Poison, and the Ice Bird there hitting the tower there. And look at this, because they did not drop the Knight in time or in the right place, they could have shoved the Barbarians backwards by placing them on top of the Barbarians there. It would have just mitigated damage, but they did not do that. So yeah, rip push, and look at this. Things are looking pretty darn good for us. We've barely taken any damage at all, and we're just gonna Miner for the win there and Poison. So that's gonna be good game, well played really, right there. I mean, there isn't much that they can do at this point. So better luck next time, folks. And now we're gonna just get into some of the rewards that we would have earned from this challenge, and then we'll get to the highlights of today's video. Hope you guys enjoy. Now for our first prize here, we're gonna get 1000 coins, and I always appreciate the coins that we get because I don't battle much these days, so it comes in pretty handy for me. And now at 5 wins, we're gonna get 10 gems back. So even if you were unfortunate enough like me to have to re-enter like twice, you would have still gotten back some of the gems, which is pretty nice. And for our epic card, what are we gonna get? It is gonna be the tornado spell. Not bad, because I don't like requesting the tornadoes even though I know they're useful, especially since I'm using the execution and stuff. And 9 wins now, folks. We're gonna get a giant chest, and let's open it up and see what we can get. 860 gold, 9 bats, 17 fireballs, 221 skeletons, 40 dart goblins. Not bad. I actually kind of like the dart goblins, so I really didn't mind. And the challenger chest now. Let's see what we can get from this. We're gonna get 1100 gold, 19 bombers, 25 skeletons, 5 valks, and a balloon. Okay guys, we're gonna get to the highlights right in a sec.
No, 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 no.
Son of a bitch, dumb bastard! Jesus Christ, I've met some dumb bastards in my time, but you outdo them all. Get over there!
Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Oh no, oh no.
Gotcha, bitch!
they see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty.
Okay folks, that is gonna be it for today's video. Hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to share the video with anyone that you think would enjoy the type of content that I am putting out. Now for those of you interested in the free banners and logos, I will leave a link to my friend Rhine in the description down below, so you can contact him over Facebook and discuss details there. Now, I will also be leaving links to download the Clash Royale Amino app for your Android and iOS devices, so do check it out. It's a great place, guys. If you want to make friends or discuss anything about Clash Royale, you can just check it out and just have a blast with it. So I do recommend checking it out as soon as you can. And I will also be doing a part 3 to this video because some interesting things came up, and I'm pretty sure you all will be impressed by it. So do check it out when it is up and running. So remember guys, if you keep on digging, you'll eventually strike gold, but even then, keep on digging deeper. You'll eventually come across something even more worth your while. So once again everyone, thanks for stopping by, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Peace out guys.